Hi everyone, this is day 3 of DevOps plus AI series. Today we are going to create a CI/CD pipeline with the AI. We are going to use GitHub Actions and same GitHub MCP agent. Prerequisites are same, like we have to have the Gemini API key and GitHub personal access token, and we use AWS Cloud Shell. So let's start the day 3. First I will create a mkdir day 3 and change the directory to day 3. Let me create that. Then we need Python 3.11. If Python 3.11 is not installed, install that. Then create a virtual environment from that Python 3.11. So let me run that now. Virtual environment is created and it is activated. Now the Python version is 3.11.14. Let me upgrade the pip version once. So pip is upgraded now. Now let me install all the dependencies. So let me create a requirement.txt. So requirement.txt is created. Now install the dependencies using pip install -r requirement.txt. Let me clear the screen and pip install requirement.txt. It is installing all the dependencies now. Then you can create your env file. You can copy the day 2 env file only. Then add additional line like GitHub repo and today's GitHub repo name. Now the env file is created now. Now let me create a test script. This is to check all the connectivity. Now let me run this script python 3 test.py. So here you can see GitHub MCP server is running on Studio and it has 26 tools. So we are ready for day 3. Now let's create our CI/CD agent. Let me copy this script. Let me create the script. It is similar script to day 2. Here we have added the prompt. You are a senior DevOps engineer working with GitHub Actions. We have added some ground rules here. Never commit directly to main. Always use feature branches. Always create PRs. Fix CI/CD issues automatically. Then we can add the task in input. Here also we are importing create React agent from the lang graph. And we are using the same MCP server. Here you can use any model. I am using Gemini 3.1 flashlight. Let's run the agent now. Let me clear my screen. Python 3 CI/CD agent.py. Now you can start the task one by one. First, let me create the repository. I'll copy this task and add the task here. Now the new repository is created, AI CI/CD agent day 3. Now let's create a readme file. Let me run the script again. Add your task. It gave an error like git repository is empty. Let me specify the branch also. So create a main branch, then enter. Now you can see the main branch has been initialized with the readme file. If I go to my GitHub repository and refresh the screen, here you can see readme file is created now. Let me create a new branch now. We'll copy this task, create branch task and paste it here. Now the branch is created. Now let me create the project files. So we're going to create requirement.txt file in day 3 CI/CD branch. So these are the content. PyTest and requests are my dependencies. So I'm going to install these packages. Let me paste that task now. It gave error like reference already exists. I've added this additional line in my prompt now. Branch already exists. Create the file. So requirement.txt file is created now. If I go to my repository and if I refresh the screen and if I go to my feature branch and if I go to day 3, here I have the requirement.txt file with PyTest and requests are the packages. Now I want to create two more files, app.py and testapp.py. Let me create app.py first. Copy the task. .py is created now. Let's create the testapp.py. Paste the prompt here. So testapp.py is created now. Now let me create a CI pipeline. So task will be create a GitHub Actions workflow for Python project. And I've added the requirements here, install the dependencies, then run PyTest, then use caching. Also I've added the line like assume requirement.txt is in root. Let me run this task now. Run the script, paste the task. So it creates the workflow now. If I go to .github workflows, so it added the step like set up a Python 3.x and with the cache. The next step is install the dependencies, install the requirement.txt file, then run the test using PyTest. If I go to actions here and if I check the recent run, in install dependency steps, we got the error here. No such file or directory requirement.txt. If I check my workflow file, here you can see pip install -r requirement.txt. It expects requirement.txt is in the root directory. But if I check here, the requirement.txt is in day 3 folder. Let's fix this with this prompt. So here we are saying requirement.txt is in day 3 folder. So copy this prompt. Let's run the agent now. Copy the paste the task. Now you can see it is passed now. If I click on here and build, You can see install dependency step is passed now. It not only create your pipeline, it fixes your pipeline too. In agent script, I have added always create pull request here. So it already created the pull request. Let's merge the pull request so I can add this task. Paste the task here. Here you can see the first open pull request is successfully merged. If I go to GitHub and check the pull request is also you can improve this workflow by adding Docker and other things. So let me add a Docker step. Paste the task now. The Docker file has been created. In feature add Docker file branch. In the script I have added always create the feature branch. That's why it created a feature. So in this branch it added the Docker file here. Let's add the Docker build step in pipeline too. Let me run this agent and add the task here. Now if I check my add Docker file branch, and if I go to my workflow, Python ci.yaml, it added one more step here, build Docker image, Docker build -t and my image name. And this is the latest run in this add Docker file branch. If I open this, you can see build Docker image step is also succeeded. So it created a Docker image too. Like this, we can add other CI/CD steps too. So that's it. With the agent, we can create the CI/CD pipeline. And if there are any issues in the pipeline, it can fix too. And if any improvements required, we can improve that pipeline using the agent only. So with AI, how your role is changed here. Earlier, you would type all the commands. Now you design the system. Earlier, your role was to write the CI/CD YAML files. Now you review the YAML files generated by the AI. Earlier, you fix the error manually. Now you guide the AI to fix your error. Earlier, you're doing the work. Now you are orchestrating the work. Now AI will do all the manual work. You can concentrate on more architecture and design work. So that's it for day 3. Comment CACD so this video reaches more people.